she's in my face, ready to fight me. She's Hey B Squad, welcome. What's good? So if you are a new person watching me, please subscribe. If you are returning subby, thank you very much. So today's video is a story time. I don't usually do story times, but before I carry on, please follow me on Instagram and do subscribe on this channel and follow me on TikTok, period. It's Blessing Kawara. And yeah, so today I'm doing I'm doing a story time, right, of how my ex-roommate, my roommate that time, got naked in front of my man's when he came to visit me. So I know you guys like juiciness, I know you guys like indaba, so that's why I actually was like, let me just tell you guys about. So let me get to the video. So I don't usually have like visitors at res because I keep to myself. I just mind my business. I sit in my room, whatever. And I came late to res because I got accepted late. So I think I came to res in April, and res opened I think in January or February. So I was still chilled because I was back home. So I was like, yeah, let me get my things together, let me go to res. Note, it was my first year living in res, even though I was a third year, but it was my first time living in res. So yeah, I go to res, I get my room, I get everything cool, whatever. When I get into my room, my roommate is not there, but there's another lady that was like staying in the room, like, because her room wasn't available yet. I meet her, we talk, whatever, everything is cool. That day when I came, that's the day she actually was moving out. So I asked that lady, what kind of person is my roommate? Is she a nice person, whatever. She's like, yeah, your roommate is a nice girl, she's quiet, she's sweet, whatever. So I'm like, oh, thank you, Lord, because my worst fears of living a res is that you just demand a norm that is like rude. Apart from rude, like there are a lot of factors that your roommate can have that you don't like accept or you don't like, if I can say it like that. So I was so happy, like, okay, she's sweet, she's nice, she's a first year, so okay, I can work with first years, because if you maybe like a second year, avila most your papa. So I was like, thank you, Lord, first year girl, she's gonna be cool, fine, we're gonna have a good time. And mind you that I don't like sharing my room, I don't like sharing my space with anyone except my family. So this was a new thing for me here. Okay, fine. I think she came back from campus, whatever. We agreed. I explained. I introduced myself. We talk. Yeah, it's that. Yeah. The days go. It was nice and whatever. So as the days go or the weeks, whatever, my boyfriend comes to visit, right? So I would tell her that, okay, my boyfriend is coming to visit, whatever. So she doesn't have a boyfriend. Okay, that's not the point. She has a friend that is a girl that comes and visit her like casually. They talk, they sit. Oh, mind you, let me explain the setting of our room. So it's a big space. There's a bed here. There's a big space and there's a bed here. So like literally it's an open space. So you can see what I do and I can see what you do. Yeah, so we didn't divide our rooms because some people at my res they will divide their rooms and put like wardrobes there too in the middle, so we can have space and have our own like space basically. Fine, we don't do that because we thought like I didn't have a problem, you know, we both girls. If I wash that goma, like we like whatever, it's like your sister, it's like a chill vibe, you know. So my boyfriend would come, I'll tell her, oh, she would leave in the morning, right, to go to campus, because I was online, like most of my time. Basically, all my subjects I had online. So she would go in the morning to campus and come back around 6 o'clock. Okay, well, fine. So that's where my boyfriend would come, because I was like, yeah, let him come that time when she's gone, you understand? So that was a setup, right? My boyfriend would come when she was gone, and she would come back at 6, and that's the time where my boyfriend left, Yabona. But he didn't leave immediately. He waited a bit and whatever, chilled, whatever. Because obviously you can't, like, as she walks in, no, darling. We waited, chill, whatever. Yabo. Then we leave around 6. That's the time she arrived. Fine, yabo. So it like continued. My boyfriend didn't come like every day. It was like maybe 2 times a week, or something like that. And in a whole month, it would be like, I don't want to lie to you guys, like it would be like four, 5, because we would take turns. I would go to his race, he would come to my race. We would meet anywhere else, you know. So it wasn't like intro that is constant. That is like come to me every day, whatever. Yeah, well, fine. So he would come, I would tell her, okay. Sometimes I wouldn't tell her. He would just come. And personally, guys, you can write down in the comments if I was wrong, because sometimes I wouldn't tell her that he's coming, you know. Yeah, I wouldn't tell her. So I don't know if this problem started there because I didn't tell her. But anyway, so I could see that no, man, she has a problem, fine, yeah, bro. But then we spoke like before the problem, right? We were nice roommates. If she needed something and she was at campus, maybe like her shin orders would come. She would ask me and call me and be like, Blessing, can you please fetch my shin orders outside? I would do it because I'm an online student, so I'm always at res, so I would do it for her. I would cook a full dish because she's like a first years, and first years don't like cooking. She would literally always eat cornflakes every day. She would eat cornflakes every day, and I was like, let me cook. I dish out for her. We ate. It was a vibe. It was nice. We would speak about I'll tell her about my boyfriend, you know what, I'll tell her about my boyfriend. We'll talk about just general things. She'll tell me about her she's not in a relationship, but like her situation with guys, and you know, whatever. So it was like a Lego vibe. Like we both respected each other. We both basically just knew the boundaries and whatever. So yeah, it was a nice vibe until the problem. Yeah. So first of all, right, I'm a very I'm a very kind person, a friendly person. Like I'm the type, if people are not talking to you, I'll be like, let me talk to you. Like why are people being mean to you? I'll be that one, yeah, bro. So I'm a very kind person, I'm a very friendly person. I don't have that mean girl tendency. Like why are you guys being mean? You know, I'm not that type of girl. So that's how I showed myself, and it was so nice. I really appreciated her as my roommate. We would do TikToks together. We just had fun as like sisters. But I think the problem came where she thought ndindanga yakhe just because I look young. Because I can assure you that if it was umtu that looked older than how I look, she wasn't going to do all the nonsense she did. But because I'm like, guys, when I first arrived at Riz, people thought I was a first year. People literally still think that I'm 14, 16 years old. So to her, she's like, I learned I am, like, you know, whatever. Apart from that, child, it was that. So now, this one day, I was sleeping, right? This one day, I was sleeping. Oh, okay, before that, Like when she arrives and my boyfriend is there, like I don't know if she created or she just went to her side and we'll continue with what we're doing. She would sit at her side of the bed, and guys, mind you that it's far a distance, so it's not like she can hear what we're saying. We'll be like under the blankets watching movies. We're not doing anything, we're respecting her. We don't do such, we are purely virgins, okay? So we'd sit down, watch movies, eat, then it's time to leave. And that's how the setup was. But the girl had a problem, right? Fine. So on this day, I'm sleeping, Sana. Usisi wandivusa. Can you give me a holler? Undivusile. So my thing is, why couldn't you wait until I wake up? Because first of all, I'm not like a long sleeper. I'm not like a long sleeper that will be like, if I sleep now at 4 o'clock, I'm gonna wake up the next day. No, I sleep like for 2 hours, 1 hour max, because that's how I sleep. So I started on Vosa. I'm awoken by this girl. She's like, Teta. And mind you, this time her expressions, her Alice has changed. She's like, Teta. Then I'm like, then I stand up, right? Then she's like, that boyfriend I can pin this up. Cela i-boyfriend yakho inaphinde ize apha. That is what she said to me, point blank. She didn't stutter. She was like, yes, I'm giving you the rules of this room, darling, because you came late to this room. This is technically my room. So you do me this favor and don't bring your mans here. So at this point, I actually stood up and I'm sitting on my bed. Actually, I was still laying. So at this point, I'm like, okay, let me fix myself on the bed and hear what she gotta say. She's like, you guys can sit in the common area. I don't feel comfortable when he's here. Wada fish paste. Fine. Then I'm like, what? Like, I don't understand. So I'm like, what? Then she's like, yes, please he mustn't come here. I don't feel comfortable, Then I'm like, okay, girl, this is our room. This is not your room. First of all, okay? This is not your room. No. And he doesn't come always. So what is your problem? Because I would understand, personally, if I was in her shoes, I would also feel some type of way if this girl is bringing her boyfriend every day. But she's at campus most of the time, so ucheka pi bro. First turn. So she's like, no, I don't feel comfortable. Don't ni wada. So I'm like, sorry girl, I cannot do that. But I hear your concern and I don't find the problem because when you arrive, it's the time he leaves. So what is the problem? Then she goes and says, no, because mna xa ndibuye ecampusini ndifuna ubuya ndihlambe mna. So I'm like, you can wait because it's not like we stay. Like at the moment you come, we leave, and you can like wait a bit until we leave and you can shower. You understand? Guys, was I being rude? Was it being unfair? I don't think so. Like, I don't think so. Fine. She's like, no, don't. This time she's sweating the girl. This time she's ready to mingle. She's ready to fight me. I'm not even joking, guys. Okay, let me explain something about myself, right? I'm not a fighter, right? But I also don't want to be colored. Yeah, boy. Like, you can see the sweet, gorgeous face, yeah? But just step on my toes. Just speak about people I love. You can speak about me. Say anything you want about me. But they speak about my family. They speak about my boyfriend. Then so kabana first time. Cool. Then she goes and says, I'm gonna involve the RS, whatever, the people that are like the RS man, those people, man, the raise mothers and whatever. Yeah, bon. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, it's fine, because since we can't reach an understanding as adults, you can involve them, it's fine, and we can let's get a solution, because at the end of the day, we're not fighting each other. We have a problem here. Let's fix the problem, darling. Intombazana iyabile sana, she's in my face. I'm on my bed sitting, right? She's in my face, and I asked you, I don't know if I mentioned this, but previously she did ask me for my boyfriend not to come, or I don't know, something along those lines. I think she texted me and said something along those lines, right? So when on this day, she was like, I asked you, but you don't see me, you don't respect me, disrespecting me, and she's fighting, she's sweating. I'm not even lying. Like, I'm not even lying to you guys. She's sweating. She's fighting me, son, verbally fighting me, guess, Sonia. And I'm like, Timdala, okay? First of all, I'm older, so I'm not gonna stoop to your level. So I'll let her do all this stuff that she's used to. If maybe you are in a like if you're in an argument, you want to, but I'm not that girl. I'm a classic girl. Sorry, I'm a classic girl. So I say to her, as I see we cannot reach an agreement, so we can bring the people, and yeah. And the moment she was like, her friend walks in, and her friend is so sweet, hey, and her friend is just watching her doing all this stuff. And first of all, I'm a very emotional person, right? So when a person treats me like that, I'm like, what? Like, I thought we were good. So where does all this hate come from? Where does all this anger come from? Do you understand? And I think it's because, go to the Nechomzako and you tell them a problem, like, hey Chomi, I have a problem with my roommate, and your friend is like, no Chomi, you must tell her, don't act what they say. So I think it was about that, because she was like maybe scared to come and confront me or communicate with me. So that's why all that anger came from, because she's like, no, I'm not scared, so let me tell her. But guys, that is not a way to talk to people. Like, literally, it's not the way. So in my head, I'm like, okay, fine, she's young, she's a first year, she comes from, we just come from KwaZulu-Natal. So, sorry guys, I'm not saying that people that come from KwaZulu-Natal or anything. I'm just saying she was the first year. It's the first time being in Cape Town. So she was like, she's probably feeling scared or isolated, or trying to protect herself. So I literally understood that. So okay, fine, we didn't speak after that day. It was so awkward, but I didn't care. I did what I did, but I didn't trust her. So every time I would leave for my raise, I'll be like, this girl, something's off. But luckily she's not that evil. And then she's watching this video, period, point blank, girl, come and confront me. Come and fight me, girl. Come and fight me. And continued to bring my boyfriend. Because why not? A child's gonna tell me not to do what? Oh, and the fact is, because she knew that it was my first time at Rez, right? That doesn't mean I'm stupid. So she was like, no, up at Rez, we don't do that. Like, people bring their boyfriends. We don't do this here. I don't know where you learned this. If boyfriends, they sit in the common area. And me, I know I wasn't I wasn't educated in how Ray's life is, but I knew one thing, that is not true. Because even if it was my first time living at Ray's, I knew. I've seen stories, I've read stories of roommates and bringing their boyfriends and their partners. Like, I'm not living under a rock. Darling. So she's like, no, don't. So I'm thinking, dude, this is not your daddy's house. Who are you trying to fool, telling me that I'm not allowed to bring my boyfriend? Who are you trying to play with, child? Anyway, so we weren't speaking. After that day, we didn't speak, So one day my boyfriend came, whatever. She came from Riz, and then she brought the RCS with her. So they were like, okay, can we speak to you? My boyfriend went out. They spoke to me. She said her side, I said my side. I explained to the RCS what is happening. Like, we leave immediately after she comes, so I don't see the problem. Oh, why am I skipping the juicy parts? Sorry, guys. Anywho, the juicy part is so. Oh, after the fight, after the argument, because she fought me. So after she fought me, yeah. After she fought me and fighted me, this day she comes back from Rez and my boyfriend is there. So the girl's like, hi, zombonisa ntombazana, zombonisa. So me and my boyfriend are like sitting. So right, Ibedi is like, you know the bed, right? So he's sitting here and I'm this side. So he can obviously see what is happening, but like my laptop was sitting here, so you know, at least he's watching the screen. But you can obviously see because a laptop is this small. A laptop is this small, right? So you can obviously see above it. Did not the girl take off her clothes? I repeat, open your ears, guys. She took off her clothes and then she wore her gown and she went out. So at this point, the boiler within my sockets inside the body, yeah, here, you see, yeah, the boiler. So I'm like, what? I looked to my boyfriend and I could see my boyfriend was uncomfortable, hey? Because prior to that, I told my boyfriend everything, and he's like, no, he can stop coming, he understands. I'm like, baby. My boyfriend is a very chill person, hey? He's a very chill person, he's a very, like, doesn't like izinto zixabanisayo. So he's like, I'm not gonna come, it's fine, I understand. I'm like, no. You're not gonna do that. You're gonna come and visit me. We're not gonna be bullied by a first job. Like, what? Like, what? And deceive, baby girl, and deceive. So my boyfriend is uncomfortable, and I'm like, babe, I don't want to be mad, but was what you did right now, was it okay? So my boyfriend is like, no, and he's chilled. I'm like, babe, I'm trying really not to be mad at this point, but like, I don't understand, and I'm trying to calm down. So he's like, let's leave. Okay, we leave, right? He takes his things, we leave, we go to, and I think at that time we're finishing a movie or something, you know, because we always leave at 6 o'clock. So at this point I'm boiling, I'm trying to calm down, and my boyfriend is trying to calm me down because I'm gonna trip on this girl. Like, one thing, I'm gonna trip on this girl because you could have waited. Apart from trying to get to me, honey, don't you have respect for yourself? That when ukulula in front of a man that you don't even know, like, I would never do that. I would never do that. And that's when I realized Appa is nothing. She's just a kid. Yeah, she's just a kid, and she's trying to get to me by ruining her purity or ruining her decency, you know, because it's self-love at the end of the day. I would never do that. And I don't think a lot of people would do it, you know. So I was like, okay, fine. My boyfriend left, fine, cool. She came back, I came back. So I'm trying to calm down because my boyfriend said I should calm down and leave it. But I'm like, I'm not going to leave this thing. I am not going to leave it. I'm not the one to leave it. I am not. Hashtag to my New Year's resolution, drinking water, baby girl. Anyway. So I'm like, I'm not gonna leave this. Like, I will speak as purely as whatever. And for me, I'm not the type of person that doesn't like confrontations. I don't like confrontations. I don't like confrontations, yeah. So I'm like, I want a way to speak to her that is not offensive to her. Do you understand? Because one thing, if you get on my wrong side, I have a very bad mouth. Guys, I'm just being truthful here. I have a really bad mouth. I don't know how to express what I'm trying to say in a nice way. Either I will cry and be emotional, or I'll just blast out and be rude and just, yeah. So I'm like, Blessing, get away to speak to this young girl, because clearly she's still beginning. Clearly she doesn't have decency, self-respect for herself by taking off her clothes next to, or whilst a man's is inside. Verstaan. Okay, fine. So that is that. Then the same night, I speak to her. I'm like, I don't even know her name. I forgot her name. So I'm like, hey girl, I understand we have this situation between us, this problem between us, but I don't think for your sake that it's okay for you to take off your clothes in front of my man's, yeah, boy. And then she's like, but when are you don't. So I had no choice. So I'm like, but you could have waited, because you know our time that we leave. Like, did you, apart from my boyfriend, did you feel comfortable in doing such thing? And then she's like, then I'm telling her you don't have respect for yourself. But before I said that, because I know obviously if you say that to someone, it's offensive, right? So she said more stuff to me, and I found that this girl don't fang because she's crazy in a copy. So then I'm like, girl, you don't have respect for yourself. You don't have what's this word? Ustandi, man. You don't love yourself, because you want to prove a point to me, so you're gonna make yourself uncomfortable and take that guy's period point blank. I don't understand that. I don't even want to lie to you guys. I don't understand how a female can do that. But okay, it's fine. Maybe she's used to doing that. You know, maybe she's done that in her past life back home. I don't know. So yeah, so I'm like, oh, you don't have self-respect for yourself. Like, I would never do that to get a point across. No, okay, then it's that fine. The RCS comes, and then we talk and whatever, and I explain myself. I'm like, he always leaves when she comes, so like, what is the naki? And then she's like, no, I want to watch when I come back, and this guy is here. And then the RCA says, why did you guys divide your room? Then I'm like, yes, that was the plan afterwards that I thought of, because I did tell my friends at Ray's that this is what is happening, and they were like, what? She's messing with you. She is playing with you, because she was never going to do this to someone else. But because when are you the type of person you are, that's the reason. That is the reason. What is the reason? That is the reason. So I'm like, okay, it's fine. Do respect me all you want, child. I don't mind. But lost my boyfriend. And my friends are saying, no, it's probably that she doesn't have a boyfriend. And before I even told my friends that she doesn't have a boyfriend, they were like, that's the reason. She needs a man because she's lonely. So probably we are going to Bazana, we are going Shaya, so yeah. So the RCA says, let's divide the room. I'm like, okay, chill vibes. Me, I don't hate you, girl. We can divide the room. I forgive you for what you've done. It's not even on my part to forgive you. I clearly don't care. And yeah, she's like, so the girl is like, no, my roommate, no, Gena, she wants to move out. She wants to go to another room. She doesn't want to stay with me anymore. Uyandihate ngoku, uyandizonda intombazana. So I'm like, at this point I get offended quickly, guys, but obviously I'm gonna show it. But I was kind of like how I show it is my eyes. Like, my eyes do not lie, guys, period, point blank. If I'm emotional, if I'm just like whatever, you're gonna see by my eyes will be watery. So at this point I'm like, I don't understand, like, why you want to leave me, girl. The solution is solution, the devil is solution icona. So why do you want to go? So her friend is there, right? My roommate's friend is there. So my roommate's friend is telling her, don't go, because what if the other girl you're with will treat you worse? You understand? And Blessing's personality apart from this is chilled, and the problem that you guys had is sorted. So what's wrong? So I'm like, fine, chill vibes, we can go. And that is the end of the last time we spoke. And you see, I'm such a good person, guys, because when she was leaving, I helped her. I helped her to take her things, and that's Twala to the next room. I helped her, and we would see each other there and there, and she would try, like, she greeted me this one day. I'm like, dude, don't be evil, because this is Tagatering. You did all that scenery, yeah, in our room, and treated me like trash. Now you want to greet me when you see me in the streets? Like, I don't get it. So I don't greet her, and yeah, it was that, and that is how this girl colored me. Yeah, that's the story. That is the story. So guys, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys subscribe. Please subscribe. I don't even hope you guys subscribe. You guys need to do the good things, because I'll be bringing more story times, more videos, more. Comment down below what you guys think, and if I was the meanie, or was she the meanie, or was I the bully, was she the bully. And yeah, thank you very much. And if you guys have similar stories to a roommate that was like that, or your roommate experiences, please share them down below. I would like to actually read them and see how you guys dealt with the conflict. Bye, B Squad. Mwah.